Welcome back to the Into the Bengal-Verse podcast. I am your host, Mario Malave, giving you an in-depth look of your Cincinnati Bengals. If you're new here returning, please leave a like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell to stay up to date on everything. And I appreciate the support regardless. I'm recording this on a Wednesday, and man, oh man, tomorrow, Thursday, we are playing the Jacksonville Jaguars, the 0-3 Jacksonville Jaguars, as we come off a road victory at Heinz Field, the Pittsburgh Steelers. And hey, this is the only primetime game of the year, and it's going to be electric. We're going to start off with the Ring of Honor. The team is finally unveiling the Ring of Honor. It's going to be an awesome time. We have Paul Brown, Anthony Munoz, Ken Anderson, and Ken Riley being inducted. It's going to be awesome to see. A great tribute to the legends. It's awesome that the team is finally recognizing these players. I know that it's long overdue, but you know what? It's finally going to get done. It's finally here, and then they're going to build on that from there. So you love to see that. Next up, we're going to talk about these injuries. It's a short week. The Jags are 0-3. I understand it can be a trap game. We're going to get into that, but you know what? The health of these players comes first. It's a long season. It's a 17-game season now. Chidobe Awuzie, he has a groin injury. So they're just going to hold him out. It's hard to come back from a groin. We saw it with the Pittsburgh Steelers players. They held TJ out. It's not worth it to just throw a player out there like that. So you know what? We're going to hold him off till next week. I'm cool with that. Jesse Bates, he's got a dinged up neck. And you know, he kind of came up lame on a tackle. And, you know, you hate to see that, but his health comes first as well. And one of the best players on their team needs to be fully healthy if he's going to play. You don't want to risk that. So we're going to hold him off. They'll hopefully be ready for the Packers game. And in honor of Jesse, rocking the jersey, I'm sure we'll rep well. And then these are the colors we'll be wearing tomorrow. Honestly, I love these colors. They're awesome. But anyways, the good news is one of your highest paid players who happens to be on the defense. I don't know if you ever heard of him. His name's Trey Waynes. Yeah, he'll be playing tomorrow. I don't know if he'll be on a limited snap count, but hopefully he plays good amount of the snaps, because I love Darius Phillips. I really do with all my heart, but man, he's just really inconsistent at times. Really bothers me, I'm not going to lie. And then Eli Apple, you know, he's had his struggles, but, you know, he's been all right for the most part. It's not like the defense has been as worse as it has been, you know, these past few years. Him in the lineup is nowhere near as bad as it could be, trust me. So that's it on the injury front, at least on the defensive side of the ball for the most part. Riley Reef got rolled up on in the Pittsburgh game. Thank God he came back in. He's fine. So it's good that the O-line is going to stay intact for as long as it has been. Jackson Carman's getting another start. It's going to be really good to see him going against a lesser defensive line, you can say, in the Jacksonville Jaguars. So this should be great reps for him. Great experience. Hopefully the O-line builds more chemistry. Hopefully they don't allow another sack. If they go 2 games in a row without allowing any sacks, that would be awesome. If Burrow's jersey can be clean, that would be pretty sick. T. Higgins, he won't be playing again. Man, Akeem Hicks, that big boy, man, he just had to put all his weight on T. Higgins. Like, seriously, T. Higgins was going down, and Akeem Hicks just absolutely just puts all of his dead weight on Higgins. So T. Higgins with his build, honestly, like, I'd be sore as heck too. It's a long season once again, so yes, he'll be missing a second game, but I fully expect him to be good to go for that Green Bay game. And the fact of the matter is, hey, this offense was clicking without Higgins, and what does it even say? That our offense is just that good. It's just that good. Burrow's been, by the way, the highest ranked quarterback in the red zone according to PFF. That is amazing to see. You love to see your quarterback and the number one of something. One sec, excuse me. So yeah, you love to see that. And as well as, hey, hear me out. Even though we don't have Higgins, I think this is a great game. It was different in Pittsburgh last week. I think this is a game where you finally included the tight ends. I think this is remember last year in week 2 when we played Cleveland, who was Joe Burrow's first touchdown pass to? Got a hint? It was C.J. Uzomah. C.J. Uzomah, that's a great trivia question, by the way, for future reference. I still haven't forgotten. C.J. Uzomah, I'm predicting that he's going to get his first touchdown of the season. I think he's going to have a big day, big game. He's finally going to get used a lot just to take a load off the receivers. I think Mike Thomas, guys like him and Auden Tate, I think they're going to have a day. I think this is going to be the game where Joe Burrow unleashes his wrath on a Urban Meyer-led team, and Joe Burrow's going to want to show off to his old coach and say, for the most part, hey, look what I can do. Remember what you did? Remember benching me? Any of that? Nah, but on a serious note, I think that Joe Burrow, he's not going to admit it, but he's going to have a very competitive chip on his shoulder. It should be a very interesting matchup, especially him going against Lawrence. We know how that 2020 championship went. We got our guy. Jacksonville has their guy, even though he's struggling. Every quarterback, works at their own pace. We saw guys like Burrow, Herbert, Baker, Lamar, lots of guys. I mean, even though Lamar sat for a year, there's certain people like Deshaun Watson, there's certain players where they can come in and they can play right away, even though they'll have their lumps and struggles, but you know what? They can play, and then some guys just have to sit and learn, and there's no shame in that. They're rookies. People think Tua's a bust just because he's just taking a little longer to develop, but you know what? It's okay. It's okay. Everyone goes at their own pace, so I'm not going to hate on Lawrence or slander Lawrence. Yes, he's made rookie mistakes. Yes, the game's a little too fast for him at the moment. But you know what? I don't think our defense is going to be as, how do I say this? I think the defense is going to be good. They've been running the ball at a very high clip, very well, but we've been playing great run defense for the most part. But I just think the way Marvin Jones has been playing, I think the way that Lawrence is going to want to throw to guys like DJ Chark and Laviska Shenault, I just think that he's gonna have a decent day in terms of passing. I see that coming. I think he's gonna be throwing the ball a lot. I mean, yeah, he's thrown 2 picks in every single game he's played so far. Hopefully, I mean, for our sake, he does the same thing. But I don't think our defense is going to be as dominant as we think. But I do think the offense is going to absolutely take it from here to here against a team like this. It's a bad night to be a Jaguars fan if you're going to be playing us in the Natty, coming off a win against Pittsburgh. And the team should be ready. The team should be hunkered down. They should not be overlooking this game. They should be looking to stamp their foot, look to go 3-1. And, man, I just can't wait to see Burrow work with all the weapons he's got. I think guys like Mike Thomas, Auden Tate, Tyler Boyd, Jamar Chase, everybody's going to eat. I think C.J. Uzomah and Drew Sample, they're going to get some targets. They're going to get some catches. Joe Mixon had 3 touchdowns and over 100 rushing yards last year against these guys. I think Joe Mixon is going to eat. I seriously think that this offense might be looking for 30 or more this game. I really hope they do. That'd be sick to see. It'd be so awesome. Hope Evan McPherson continues his kicking streak. I'm just so amped about this game because it's our only primetime game, and I want the world to see how good teams beat bad teams. But we don't want to just beat them by a decent amount. So far, the Jags have lost every game by more than 10. I hope we put our freaking foot on their throat. Like, seriously. Like, I know that seems harsh, but, like, I want us to dominate this team where everyone's like, whoa, like, this Cincinnati team, this ain't the same old Bengals. Casual fans are like, oh, yeah, but they're the Bengals. They're the Bengals. I hate casuals like that. Hate's a strong word, but seriously, like, wake up. It's a new team. Stop saying it's just the Bengals. You know what? What about the Jets? They're just the Jets. All right? I don't want to hear that. Don't put us on that same level. Seriously. Not anymore. Anyways, regardless, I just think that tomorrow's going to be electric. It's going to be awesome. I just saw a tweet today from Daniel Jeremiah, and NFL Network posted it. They're talking about Larry Ogunjobi, my guy Larry. Man, he's been balling. They were showing his clips of tackles for a loss and a bull rush sack, and they're just showing all his highlights. And man, oh man, did we get a deal for him on that 1 year? Man, we better re-sign that guy for 3 years. I don't care. I want him back. I want the visor back. This D-line's been balling. I love the fact that even if he gets tired or DJ Reader gets tired, we can sub him out for guys like BJ Hill, Josh Tupou, and we'll still keep rolling. That is absolutely amazing to see. Man, just thinking. Sometimes whenever I just talk about this defense, I'm just in awe. The fact that we have guys like on the come up like Logan Wilson. We got Mike Hilton. We still have Von Bell. Akeem Davis Gaither's on the come up. Imagine if we had Joseph Osai. Damn. And you know my fear is my subconscious fear because like this is the luckiest year we've been health-wise. And I just feel like it'd be too good to be true as much as I want this to happen to where let's say Osai does come back and everybody still stays healthy. I know it's looking too far ahead in the future, but man, I don't know. We'll see what happens there. But man, I wish we had Osai, man. Seriously, like this D-line's been balling. Shout out Trey Hendrickson, DJ Reader, Larry Ogunjobi, and Sam Hubbard. Seriously, I think these guys are going to do good this game. I think these guys are going to stop the run. I think James Robinson, honestly, is going to be used how Najee was. Even though we shut down Najee, he had 14 catches for 100 yards, which is absolutely insane. Hats off to him. Hey, we might not like the Steelers, but I'll always respect Najee. I was mad when he went to Pittsburgh because I knew they were going to take him, even though they should have taken an O-line. You know, Najee, he's a stud. He'll definitely be an X factor in the future, but I just think that the way that Najee played against us is exactly how I see James Robinson playing. I see Robinson getting a few nice yards here and there, but for the most part, they're just going to keep using him as a check down guy, and he's going to get his yards off that for the most part. So if you're in PPR leagues, I mean, I think for fantasy-wise, I think that he'll have a decent day. I think Marvin Jones, given that Cheeto's not playing, I think Trey Waynes will be on either Marvin or Chark. So, I mean, even regardless, Marvin Jones has been Trevor Lawrence's favorite target for the most part. So, I think Marvin Jones might get a touchdown, honestly. I think he'll have a pretty decent day. I mean, you know, offensive players get paid to score too. It's hard to shut out a team. As much as I want to shut out every team in the book, it's just hard to do. So, I see those receivers having a decent day. I really do. Like, I don't want to lie. We don't have Bates over the top. I know the game's still fast for Herbert. I keep saying Herbert. We need that primetime game against Herbert. Against Lawrence, I think the secondary is a little dinged up right now. We're saving them for Aaron. We're saving them for the Packers. That's going to be a fun game. But like I said, we cannot overlook this game. This is a potential trap game. And the good teams beat the bad teams. I think this team will be ready. It's been a short week, so the team hasn't really been practicing. They've just more so been rehearsing, getting ready for this week. I hope that the players stay healthy. They stay having good health, all the good luck. And yeah, I mean, what more can I say? I mean, it's a short week. Nice little primetime game. Should be really fun. Battle of the first 2 overall picks in back-to-back years. And, man, I don't know what your guys' thoughts are in regards of what players you want to go off. I mean, Logan Wilson, can he get another pick this game? I don't know. That'd be awesome. I do think that Lawrence will throw 1 or 2 interceptions. I do see that coming. I just can't tell you if it's going to come off like a Hubbard hit or like a hit to Lawrence. I mean, he's been good at evading sacks, so I've been seeing and hearing. But he's just been making those mistakes in terms of picks, So I don't know. We'll see what happens in that aspect. But regardless, I hope this D-line keeps doing the thing. I'm really excited to watch this defense, but for the most part, I think we're going to see Burrow just absolutely light it up in the Natty tomorrow. In the bright lights, it's not the same old team. It's not the same old Blandy Dalton, where, you know, he's just going to be throwing it away, and he's just going to be taking unnecessary hits or just turning over the ball, not coming up clutch in prime time, struggling against teams in prime time, not playing the team's best offense to the team's best ability on offense in prime time. As much as I love Andy Dalton, he did hold us back in the biggest moments, and that's what was unfortunate. And Joe Burrow is not Andy Dalton, not by a stretch, not by a long shot. Talent-wise, way better than Andy Dalton. He's got the intangibles. He's got everything going for him. Yes, Andy Dalton, career-wise and stat-wise, is one of the best Bengals QBs ever. But still, I do think that Joe Burrow is on the trajectory. I do think he already is that guy. He's that guy. Seriously, Joe Burrow is freaking awesome. He's a rock star. He's got that swag. I think he's going to be calm, cool, and collected. I think he's going to be able to read this defense no problem. He's going to dot him up. I truly mean that. I mean, he could throw a pick. But even then, like, do we really think that one pick is going to decide this game? I mean, that could look really bad for saying this. And imagine that they win and upset us. That would be infuriating. Imagine we beat the Steelers. Okay, picture this. Imagine, and I don't want to get into this hypothetical chain and wish, you know, or manifest bad luck. But imagine beating Minnesota, who's not, they're a good team. We beat Minnesota. You lose to Chicago, who the Browns absolutely mollywopped. It's really unfortunate we lost that game with all those turnovers and stuff. I just don't think we were ready. We came out slow from the start. And then the very next week, you go into Heinz Field and you beat the Steelers by more than 10. You got to keep that same momentum and confidence going into a game like Jacksonville. You can't overlook this team. They want to prove the world wrong. They're pissed they're 0-3. They're like, I believe, 1 and 16 games last year, or 15 more games after that last year, plus these 3. 1-18 since the beginning of last year. They are playing to win. Remember, these guys are pros. You cannot overlook a pro team. If you overlook a pro team, I don't care how good you are. If you overlook these guys are grown men getting paid to play this game. You can't overlook this. They will be coming ready to play. So will we. It should be a really fun, exciting game. I hope the defense shuts them down. I don't think they will. I don't think I think the front seven will be solid, but I just think that Lawrence is. I think this might be the game where he slowly starts to figure it out, especially in the bright lights going against Burrow. Like I think he wants to be ready for this, but we'll see. Who knows? Who knows? You can never really predict these things, right? But I just really hope Burrow has a day. I think tomorrow's going to be awesome. I hope Joe Mixon gets over 100. I hope the receivers absolutely eat. Like I said, I want the world to talk about this team. We're at the top of the division right now, second seed in the AFC, and man, like it's a new day. It truly is a new day, and I just think that it's just a great time to be a Bengals fan. Burrow said it best. This team's gonna be really fun and competitive this year. If they can start off 3-1, that would be huge. It'd be a solid start. It'd get this team's confidence in the right trajectory, in the right path. The Bengals are building in the right path, and for the past 2 years, they've done pretty good on their drafts. This year was one of the best classes I've ever seen them draft, and last year was a pretty solid class as well with Burrow. So, man, like we drafted Burrow and Higgins in back-to-back picks. Think about all the receivers or players that were taken before Higgins, and I know he's hurt. Can't wait to get him back, but seriously. And then Logan Wilson, a third-round pick. He's playing better than Patrick Queen. That's not up for debate. Logan Wilson is better than Patrick Queen on the Ravens, linebacker on the Ravens, and we really hit on that pick. And he's really commanding this defense. He's been an absolute force in the middle, one of the best coverage linebackers in general in this league. And yeah, just the defense has been looking good. The offense is slowly starting to get there. They honestly are ranked sort of in the middle of the pack in terms of offense, because that Chicago game really killed us, and I think that Chicago game killed us, and some drives have just not, just the 3-and-outs and stuff like that. You hate to see it, but like I said, I think this is the game where we figure it out. Zach Taylor wins, I believe his second, finally it'd be his second time winning 2 games in a row. I believe that's the correct statistic. Which is honestly a sad statistic. But I think Zach Taylor is slowly starting to get these guys in the right trajectory. I don't think anybody wants or is calling for his job right now or wants him fired at the moment. I think he's getting this team on the right track. I think Matt Nagy is easily the coach of the year candidate in terms of getting fired. But, yeah, man. Tomorrow's going to be electric. I'm just picturing it now. All the players going off. The commentators going crazy. The crowd absolutely erupting. The crowd making the opposing offensive line go having multiple false starts. And they're going to have to call timeouts because the crowd is going to be so loud. When we were making the playoffs and before COVID and everything, when we were good, when Cincinnati gets rocking, the Cincinnati fan base is maybe one of the most overslept on fan bases in the league because they are such a tight, packed community. Everyone is on the same page. Everyone is very great at communication. The fans love supporting channels, pages. I see it all over the place. I'm a fan myself of other pages and that aspect. So, you love to see the bond that Bengals fans have. It's honestly like no other, at least as far as I know, because we know what it's like to go through adversity. We've seen the highs, we've seen the lows, and we've always been this close. But, man, it truly is a new day. It's a new era. It's a new dawn. And it starts tomorrow, man. It starts tomorrow. We handled Pittsburgh, which is a great milestone to finally get out of the way. But I think just finally being able to just put your foot on another team's throat, like asserting your dominance, saying we are on the right path. We are a really good team. Don't get in our way. I really think the Bengals are going to do that. And, yeah, tomorrow should be fun. But regardless, I rambled on long enough. That's going to do it for the Into the Bengal-Verse podcast. Like I said, if you could please leave a like, subscribe, comment, hit that notification bell. That'd be much appreciated. It really would. I'm going to be giving my post-game recap. It should be probably Friday or Saturday, depending on what my schedule is. But regardless, I'll be sure to recap and get back to you guys. I love doing this. This is really fun. I truly enjoy this. I love this team with all my heart. Always have since I was a kid. And, yeah. Hope you all have a great morning, night, whenever you're watching this, evening. I hope you all have a blessed day and a great day. And once again, Hoo Day. And I'll see you later.